Pisces. Today we're going to look at June 11th, 2025, and that's the full moon in Sagittarius. We're going to look at Pisces sun, moon, and rising with specific messages for each. We'll look at numerology and astrology and the tarot cards, and we'll end the reading with advice for your sign. And in the description box, I have links to meditations for each of these tarot cards I pulled for you today. The number for the day, if we're going to look at numerology, the number for the day is 8. And it's all about power and ambition and manifestation. It represents stepping into leadership energy, financial responsibility, and karmic cycles. So for Pisces, a sign known for its dreamy and compassionate nature, this number encourages you to take practical action to match your inner visions. It's a reminder that your spiritual gifts are meant to be embodied and shared. So you might decide to stop procrastinating on a creative project and finally turn it into something profitable. Maybe you've been toying with the idea of offering tarot readings or starting a blog. Today, the number 8 says, make it real. So let's start with astrology. So the full moon lights up your 10th house, the house of career and public image and long-term goals. And it brings visibility, recognition, and truth to how you're showing up in the world. So we're going to start with the sun, and the sun is in Gemini. That's your 4th house. So that's going to talk about home and family and foundation. So the sun in Gemini highlights your private life and emotional roots. Opposing the full moon in Sagittarius, it creates tension between your desires for visibility and your need for inner peace. So you might feel pulled between taking care of family obligations and attending a work event that could further your career. The key is to find balance. So here's the moon in Sagittarius. That's your 10th house. So that's about career and public status. So this full moon may shine a light on how you're perceived publicly. You might receive recognition or realize it's time to pivot into something that aligns more with your truth. So you might be offered a promotion, but it doesn't match your core values. It's a wake-up call to realign your ambitions with your purpose. Here's Mercury. Mercury is in Gemini. That's the 4th house. That's about communication in the home. So communication at home could be both clarifying and overwhelming. You may have important conversations with family or finally express something that's been in your heart. So you might tell a parent how unsupported you felt, or you might write a heartfelt letter to heal generational tension. Venus. Venus is in Cancer, and that's your 5th house. So that's going to talk about creativity and romance and joy. So Venus softens everything it touches. So in your 5th house, it enhances pleasure, romance, and creative expression. It's a beautiful time to enjoy what lights you up. So you might feel inspired to paint or to sing or to dance or have a candlelit date with your partner that feels like a scene from a dream. Aw. Mars. Mars is in Aries. That's your 2nd house. So that's going to talk about money and security and self-worth. So Mars energizes your financial world and sense of worth. You may feel the push to make or spend money quickly. Watch for impulsivity. So you consider buying something pricey to boost your confidence, but ask yourself, is this empowering or just distracting? Let's look at the tarot. So the first card I pulled for you was the 10 of Cups. And that's about emotional fulfillment and happy endings and soul connections. So the 10 of Cups is your emotional wish come true. It signifies joy and harmony and family love and the feeling of being exactly where you're meant to be. So you might enjoy a heartwarming moment with your chosen family, celebrate a meaningful anniversary, or experience a breakthrough that brings deep emotional peace. Maybe everyone finally agrees on where to go on vacation and it turns out to be magical. So here's the advice. Savor the sweetness. Today brings a moment where everything aligns emotionally. Bask in it and share it with those you love. And then we got the High Priestess, but it came out reversed. And that talks about blocked intuition and secrets and inner conflict. So reverse, the High Priestess warns that you're ignoring your inner voice or keeping something bottled up. So this card nudges you to trust your inner gut, even if your mind wants to override it. So you might say yes to a social event when your body is begging for rest, or you sense someone isn't being honest, but brush it off to keep the peace. Here's your advice. Listen to your inner wisdom. Turn inward. If something feels off, honor that. You don't need proof to walk away from what doesn't sit right. And then we got the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups talks about friendship and celebration, sisterhood, brotherhood, community. So the Three of Cups is a joyful celebration of community. It brings the energy of bonding and laughter and soul-nourishing friendships. So you might spontaneously meet up with friends for drinks or dinner, or end up having a deep, affirming conversation that reminds you how loved you are. Or a creative collaboration finally takes flight and the vibe is just right. So here's the advice. Surround yourself with uplifting people. Let joy be your medicine today. Laugh, dance, share stories. Healing doesn't have to be heavy. So, how is this day going to affect Pisces sun, moon, and rising? So Pisces sun, you're craving emotional authenticity at home and in the world. So the full moon highlights whether your career aligns with your core values and spiritual path. So you may realize your current job doesn't nourish your soul. So today might be a quiet but important decision to change course. Pisces moon. Emotionally, you may feel torn between deep intuition and external expectations. You want peace, but clarity must come first. So a situation keeps tugging at your gut and you've been pushing it down. Today, it might bottle up and demand to be honored. Pisces rising. Your outer image and inner world are merging. People may see a softer, more spiritual side of you emerging today. Embrace it. It's beautiful. So a friend compliments how at ease or intuitive you seem lately. You're finally living more in alignment with who you truly are. So here's a summary of this day and what it means to Pisces. The full moon brings a potent mix of emotional insight and joyful connection with Pisces. The Ten of Cups brings emotional harmony and a glimpse of your ideal life. The High Priestess reverse reminds you to stop ignoring your inner wisdom, and the Three of Cups invites you to celebrate with people who see and uplift the real you. So here's the real life takeaway. You're surrounded by magic. Don't let doubt or burnout dull that sparkle. Tune back into your intuition. It knows what your mind might not want to admit. And joy, friendship, and community are the medicine today. Let them fill your cup. Here's the advice for Pisces on this day. Your intuition is sacred. Reclaim it. The joy you feel isn't fleeting. It's your compass. Say yes to connection, laughter, and love, but only if your inner knowing hums yes too. This full moon is your spotlight moment. Glow with grace, dear Pisces. Thank you for being here, Pisces. And I hope to see you in another reading.